Hello everyone, and welcome to the Success Center workshop on writing effective thesis statements. My name is Dr. Irish Jamal Dunkel, and I'll be teaching you this workshop. If you have any questions while you're taking this workshop, please feel free to contact me via email at idunkel@napavalley.edu. What we're going to be learning about today is, first, what is a thesis? Second, how a thesis is part of the writing process. Third, how to develop a working thesis. And fourth, how to create a revised thesis. So what does a thesis do? A thesis statement introduces the topic you will be writing about and communicates to the reader your purpose for writing about it. Essentially, a thesis is a roadmap. It sets the reader's expectations for the essay, what the essay is going to be about. It sets up the primary argument, what you're going to make in your essay, and it answers a question, usually the one given to you as a prompt. A strong thesis does three things. It answers a question with a claim that needs to be proved. It tells the audience what to expect in the rest of your essay going forward, and it is very focused and specific. The thesis, a good thesis, is part of the writing process. You get to a thesis while you're exploring ideas. So when you're thinking about, when you're brainstorming and pre-writing, you're thinking about what is the main topic I want to talk about and for what purpose do I want to talk about that topic. As you're planning, you want to draft a working thesis based on a research question. Then when you're drafting, you want to revise the thesis to be more specific. As you revise your paper, you want to test and revise your thesis against the evidence that you've provided. Finally, as you're editing and finalizing your draft before you turn it in, you want to make sure you also finalize your thesis. So how do you write an effective thesis? The first step is developing a working thesis, something that you can begin with and then work towards a better thesis. First, think about your personal connection to the topic. What interests me about it? What point do I want to make? What is the most important thing to tell my audience? Second, once you have something to say about your topic, develop a working thesis. What do I know about my topic? What do I need to find out? Can I write a sentence that describes my topic and comments on it? Maybe I have a working thesis. Then you want to test that sentence. Am I just stating the facts? So does my thesis just state the facts? And if so, I don't have a thesis yet. Will it grab my audience's attention? If not, I don't have a thesis yet. Can I cover this topic in the space and time I've been given to write my paper? Usually your prompt will tell you exactly how many pages your paper should be. You want your thesis to be exactly right for the amount of pages you're going to be writing. Here's an example. Say I gave you a prompt to write a 3 to 4 page paper where you argue whether or not you think employers should monitor employers should monitor their employees' online activities in the workplace. For pre-writing, you start writing topic, employers monitoring employees' online activities. What do I most want to know about this topic? Do I think they should or they shouldn't monitor? Why? And through this pre-writing, I come up with a working thesis. Employers should not monitor their employees' online activities, because electronic surveillance can compromise workers' privacy. Now it's your turn to try it out. For your exercise, which you'll complete by clicking on Exercise 1 directly after this video, for each topic below, ask the following questions. What interests me about the topic? What point do I want to make? What is the most important thing to tell my audience? Then use this information to develop a working thesis that describes the topic and comments on it. Try and develop a thesis that's appropriate for a 3 to 4 page paper. Make sure your working thesis is a complete sentence, states a single point, and is something you can show, explain, or prove. The topics you're going to look at are the benefits or drawbacks of technology, the pros or cons of online dating, and violence in the media. Is there too much? Go ahead and get started on Exercise 1. Once you complete it, please click on Thesis Lecture Part 2.